Looks like a mess, but it's not. Built a long Langstroth hive, and I'm taking the 3 hives that were sitting there and putting them in there because it can hold multiple hives. This hive was sitting right here, so it's going in that part. That hive was sitting right here, so they are now going to live down there. See, the bees know the location of their hive, so even though everything looks different here, they know it's supposed to be in this spot in the freaking universe, and they know the smell of it. So the ones that are still in the box they'll move in there eventually. These are a little more confused than the other ones were, I think. They're using those political signs for the divider boards to divide it into separate spaces. And you can probably hear the roar of those bees in there. They're like excited. Most of them are in there. They're figuring it out. And now for the last one. This nuke here was sitting roughly right here. So the bees coming back from the field are going to have a good idea where they're supposed to be. I was looking in here yesterday. I didn't see any hive beetles. I see one there. The bees they're attacking it. See if I can get that. Where'd he go? There might be 2 in there. Yeah, there is 2 in there. I was going to knock these bees in here, but I don't want to knock them in with a couple of hive beetles right off the bat. But if those hive beetles were on the frames, they got chased off. I doubt they were, though. The bees are pretty good at dealing with them. Okay, I got one. Well, see if I can get it on the bottom of the new hive. Got him. So dealt with that. I've been concerned that these are going to swarm because they've been on these 5 frames in here for a very long time. So I'm going to try and do this one-handed on camera. There's not as much room for moving these frames in here as there is in a normal hive. So yeah, this hive is very populated. Hopefully I can add some empty frames as I put them in here. In between, so they'll build them straight. Some of these frames and some of these hives are just, they're not building their comb straight because, you know, bees are going to do whatever they want. And so you stick a empty frame in between a full frame that's all nice like this one is, and they'll build it straight on the frame. Looks like they got some big cells for drones over here. I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if this has swarmed. Well, we'll see. I didn't see any swarm cells on that one, did y'all? Yeah, there's some hive beetles in here. That is not acceptable. Got that one, I think. Yeah, got him. They call this a long Langstroth hive that I'm moving them into because it's the same. It's got the same, it holds the same frames. It's made to hold the same frames. I built this mostly out of repurposed wood. It started out where I got these, I saved these 2x12s here from, they were going to be burned. And then pallets, and like even that piece of plywood I found laying in the back of a shopping center with some pallets, and that plywood down there as well. I did purchase these boards here because that's why they're different, because I was having a hard time piecing together, but that needs to be a certain, like 3/8 inch I think it is. You don't want it too far off of that. It needs to be. And anyway, none of my boards were quite that thin, so I went ahead and bought those, but the rest of it is pretty much all pallet wood and repurposed wood. This, see what this one looks like. It looks all sunken in, doesn't it? But I mean, it's straight. I'll go ahead and deal with some of this burr comb stuff, just to make sure it don't cause any problems and everything's nice and clean in the new hive. Killed another hive beetle there. And we might get to see some swarm cells. This just doesn't seem like it's as full as I thought it was. You can see where they built this off of the comb, off the. See, that's what you don't want. You want them to actually build on the foundation, but they don't really like building on it. But yeah, it's so those cells are really shallow. Trying to see if I can. There you go. You can see a bee being born, starting to get out of its cell right there. I'm not trying to spot the queen, but if you see her, comment. Now look at this. No, nothing's built on this side. That's kind of weird. So I don't get to add a frame between those. I'm just gonna put those beside each other again, which is how they were, and hopefully they go ahead and build that out. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. Just all kinds of brood. See where I busted them cells with honey in it up there at the top, and they're up here drinking on it. Cleaning up the mess the human made. There's the queen. I can get a good shot of her. There she is. I think she's doing a decent enough job in here. Now, as soon as I put her in the new hive, we ought to hear a change in the sound. You hear how it is down here? I got my eye on her. She's still on this frame. Now, I'm gonna put her in a new hive. We'll see how quickly they notice she's gone. like to... Yeah, I see her again, right? Yeah. Man, a lot of these bees over here are moving to the wrong spot. I wonder why. Are they not able to get in their hive? I'm gonna leave that open, so maybe they... They may be confused about some stuff, I don't know. I left all the openings open, so I'm gonna give them a little bit of encouragement to don't go over there. Them bees belong over there. Okay, I think I'm going to drop an empty frame in between these, even though that one's not completed out. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll hold off now. Maybe I'll put it on this other side here. Yeah. Stick it right in the middle of the brood. Hopefully convinces them. To build it out. Alright, let's get the rest of these 2 more frames. Let's look over here, see what's going on now. They're figuring it out, if that's where their home's at. The entrance is down at the bottom and the front there, so I think they're just having trouble figuring out where it's at. But you see these bees are coming back this way. Get that hive beetle. They're figuring it out. They're fanning, see they're fanning their wings to let everybody know this is home right here, right chilling. I guess the good thing is I'm getting a lot of hive beetles. See, like this bee's over here trying to get this hive beetle, but she doesn't realize home's next door now, right over here. Let's get her moving, guys. Ladies, I mean. Didn't mean to misgender you. Little gentle push. Not one sting. Yeah, they're starting to move now. And once they get in there, for the most part, I can scoot that cover back on top right there. We need it closed up here. And yeah, so let's carry on with you guys. See how that problem's fixed. Yeah, they were running over here like, where do we go? They're figuring it out now though. Serious spanning going on over here. You can see the Swiffer, I blocked that entrance with the Swiffer sheets. Those unscented Swiffer sheets. See all the beetles that are caught up in it? And one bee, but she was probably just an old bee. Alright ladies, do you know your queen's gone yet? Made a slight miscalculation when I put this piece of plywood. I didn't cut this piece of plywood. I didn't cut it on the lid. That's the exact shape it came with. And I wanted some overhang anyway to keep the water off. And there's a little bit of overhang in the back when it's closed, and there's a lot of overhang in the front. But I just wasn't thinking about it. When this see, I don't need to prop this open. It'll oh, I got a hive in the way right now. Anyway, but it'll stand open. It's just that it goes all the way down in front of their entrances. Now there's a gap that's still down there, but I still